Howdy. The following is episode 1 of my venture to interview the fascinating individuals who refer to themselves as gamers. I decided to embark on this personal project due to my passion for video games, the communities which call these virtual worlds home, and in an effort to improve my communication skills in the name of constant personal development. In this episode, I had the distinct honor of interviewing Truepixls, a fascinating, brilliant, and thought-provoking Sea of Thieves player, who has truly squeezed every drop out of the game. As a former Counter-Strike player and current member of the Sea of Thieves Insiders program, his opinions, thoughts, and experiences regarding the game proved to be remarkably insightful. Considering my novice skill set within the world of content creation, I would like to formally apologize due to the echo which revealed itself after the recording of this interview. As I continue to conduct and make these interviews publicly available, I'm sure I will further my understanding of the production and editing processes due to my firm belief in the famous words of Zig Ziglar. Repetition is the mother of all learning, the father of action, which makes it the architect of accomplishment. However, regardless of my current skill set, I felt a sincere apology was necessary to anyone who chooses to engage with this content, and more importantly, to Truepixls himself. Pixels, if you're out there and you're listening, I hope despite the technical difficulties you felt I did right by you and how I captured your in-game interview. It was a privilege to meet you, game with you, and I'm proud to now call you friend. Now, here is in-game interview number 001 with Truepixls.
Game begin.
All right, what's up? So you are
What's up?
Truepixls,
I am Truepixls,
legendary hunter of the Sea of Thieves.
the legendary hunter of the Sea of Thieves.
Well, hey man, I appreciate you talking with me before this video, talking with me on Reddit and Discord. I really appreciate you just
Of
being
course.
willing and open to doing this with me. I don't have any goals or anything with this. I've just always been fascinated with the people who make up the games that we play, and how they kind of turn the tides, for lack of a better term, of the games and our experiences in game. So if you wouldn't mind, tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me a little bit about your experience playing Sea of Thieves.
So, currently, I'm just going for, milestones in the Hunter's Call. I'm trying to catch 420 of every fish to get into a Hall of Fame of sorts in the Hunter's Calling Discord. Great Discord, check it out. Free promotion.
I'll drop it in the comments.
Yep. There's a lot of great people in there. It's very relaxing to just fuck. Fell in the water.
Happens to the best of us.
It's relaxing to sit here, cast a rod after a session. Fishing, it's not too terribly difficult, but it does get good money, I will admit.
So is that your main source of income in game at this point?
Right now, yeah, it's that and Fort of the Damned.
Okay.
I've been stacking world events.
Okay. So do you treat it more as like a therapy at the end of a session, or is it more so about the challenge?
It's definitely a therapy. There's a challenge aspect to it, but I just love fishing.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it. It's just relaxing. And, I mean, not so much in the wilds, but it's kind of ugly over here, I'm gonna be honest. But, like, over in the shores of Plenty, I love fishing Plenty Fin. It was the first fish I got right now.
So how did you come to interact with the people on the Discord? Did you just come across it while browsing, or like was this something you had an interest in before you went searching for it, or did you stumble upon
My
it?
PvE duo is
Okay.
a legendary hunter of the Sea of Thieves, and she recommended, hey, you should go here if you want your title. And I'm like, you know what, that sounds great. And over time, I met a lot of great people. Overall, it's just probably one of the best experiences I've ever had. People You'd join a galleon, you'd fish, people would come up to you, but nobody would ever win because a fishing galley is mostly experienced players because that's all they have to do left.
Yeah.
They've done everything else.
I'd never
So it
thought
was
about it that
amazing.
way.
Just, yeah.
Huh.
People will come up and it's either friend or foe. And there's been times that we've had an entire server pop over. They saw us fishing. They just came and joined us.
Nice.
And it was just, it's a great experience fishing because everyone's just so nice. We're all after the same goal. It's kind of like what we're doing right now. It's just you sit here and chat.
Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't thought about fishing in terms of eliminating some of the competitive nature that embeds itself within this game.
Definitely, it's right now I'm just hopping on just to do it because it's a waste of time. I can sit here, listen to music, chat with friends. It's simple enough that I can, at least on controller, I can do it with one hand.
Yeah.
So with my other hand, I'll do other stuff. I'll do some online work, some housekeeping, whatever, and I use vibrations on my
Okay.
controller when fishing. So I could be anywhere in the house, and this is definitely a no-lifer thing, but I've fished so much that I know which way to go when I feel a single vibration.
That's awesome.
It's
That's awesome.
some degen behavior.
So tell me about your introduction to this game. How'd you get started?
My friend just wanted to play it. He's like, hey, I'm starting Sea of Thieves, you want in? With him and some other people. I'm just like, that'd be great. I tried the game back on my friend's account in beta, and I couldn't see myself getting into it, and I definitely regret not getting into it then.
What kept you from hopping in?
It felt boring and linear.
Yeah.
I was so used to this. At the time I was playing Overwatch. I needed that dopamine hit of getting those kills, and it didn't seem like that type of game. It felt like, I looked at it as like a role play game, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see myself liking this. Come back 5 years later, well, 4. Actually, here's a great thing. I started season 8 / the 5th anniversary,
Okay.
and I ended up getting a lot of the anniversary stuff, so it looks like I'm an older player than I actually am. I have the Golden Sailor cannons, I have basically the entire ship set, the Eye of Reach, and then a few other items, but to me, they're just cosmetics. They're nice to look at.
Yeah. So before we started the recording, you were talking a bit about Hourglass. Tell me.
Yeah.
Let's go over that again. I thought this was fascinating.
Which part?
Just
all of
lay
it,
on me
start
again.
to finish.
Yeah, lay it on me again.
Got you. So, let's go with Reaper this time instead of Athena, since I have experience in both. So with Athena, you would spawn in at the tavern, you'd vote up your emissary flag, you'd stock your inventory with whatever barrels were in the tavern or next to it. With Daggertooth Outpost, you'd obviously run down here, vote up Reapers. And then you'd go to your ship, you would grab your subs from the shipwright,
Yep.
you'd grab a storage crate from Merchant, and then you'd loot all of these crates down here. All of these barrels. They're all accessible. And then you'd go vote up your Hourglass on your captain's table. and you'd sail off and dive. It's a very repetitive process, but eventually you get really good at it.
So walk me through, again, I'm sorry to make you cover these things multiple times.
No, you're good, of course.
You mentioned a couple of times there'd be 2 20-hour sessions back to back.
Oh, yeah. During, this was, I think, the end of season, or air quotes, the end of season 9, when it was supposed to end, there was a community weekend
Yep.
and a Golden Glory that fell on the same weekend.
Beautiful.
So instead of 2.5x, it became 5x reputation, which is definitely important to note because it's very difficult for the average player going from not even touching Hourglass to getting Ghost Curse in 2 days. Might as well equip that, show that off.
Yeah, let's see it.
It is not my favorite curse, but it's definitely one I'm proud of.
You have to be, dude.
This is how I felt once I finished. I was so done. I was tired and I practically fell asleep standing up. As I mentioned earlier, at the end, 99, final match, my internet went out. And unfortunately, I ended up breaking my hand that night out of frustration.
Not frustration, it's passion.
Yeah, it's passion, of course. I was so passionate for this game that I ended up breaking my hand, and I slept on it before going to the hospital in the morning because my mom was yelling at me.
I just love this game so much. So, another question from earlier. Walk me through. What does Truepixls look like, feel like, sound like? The clock starts. And then what do you look like, feel like, sound like? Our 59 minutes and 59 seconds.
Sleepy gamer voice like right now. I'm on about 2 hours of sleep in the last 24 hours. I'm very tired. I'm ready to go to bed.
You just been grinding?
Nah, I've been at work. I work a night shift.
Okay.
I had to head over to my grandma's and do some stuff for her, so
good for you,
I had to stay up later than I wanted to.
Gotta take care of the grandma.
Of course. And since we're showing off the ghost curse, we can show off my newbie scaly curse that I got literally yesterday, by the way. This is brand new. I
love it.
I just got this.
Are you proud?
To an extent.
In-game proud.
In-game proud. Unfortunately, I haven't had the best experience with Reaper Hourglass, but I was procrastinating the last 9 months, trying to get it done, and I finally got it.
Yeah. Made it happen.
I ended on my highest streak that ever. So I'm not a player that I don't like streaking out. I'll hit a 3 or 4 streak and I'll lower out of efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
I actually hit my highest streak, which was 5. I know it's not that impressive, but I try my best, and I lowered on a 5 streak.
So talk to me a little bit about your interactions with the community of Sea of Thieves. You had some pretty strong opinions that you shared earlier in terms of when the PlayStation community set sail.
Yeah, when they first set sail, there was this issue of Xbox players just being hyper aggressive towards them. And it hit me in the wrong way. I I couldn't get into it. It was just, it hurt to see the community that I grew to love, that was so welcoming for me, sit here and reject these new players. They're the same as us. We all started somewhere. But they were so harsh on them, and it just didn't feel right. Pepper, don't bark. My dog is
Pepper
getting
can do what
antsy
she
'cause I'm
wants.
talking. He's an old dog. He do be 11.
Ah. Sorry, I misgendered you, Pepper.
You don't care. Dude, you don't want to go outside. It's raining.
So talk to me about season 13. Thoughts, opinions, criticisms.
I had some pretty strong opinions when I first started. When I came back to Sea of Thieves, because season 9 was so long, it was a 9-month season. It was extended by 3 months and then another month. And I went from a noob, pretty much. I went from a noob to an experienced player.
Yeah.
Very, very quickly. Because season 9 we would have been on season 16 right now if season 9 didn't stretch out so long. So I got to that experience point of I put in all these hours, and I was mad, I was grumpy, because I'm seeing all these changes, and it's just, they're not hitting right with me, because I have this tainted thoughts of, dude, this game's going to shit, because I joined at its, like, pretty much its peak of Hourglass. Like, people were they're like, Hourglass was amazing, oh my god, you can turn into a ghost or a skeleton, holy shit. People were losing their minds. Then season 9 came around, there was a bunch of quality of life, the Chest of Fortune came in. We all love the Chest of Fortune. And it was popping, but as the season went on, it got, sorry, ships in the
Oh,
distance.
you're good. I saw him earlier, too.
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it, dude.
Now that is... there's the paranoia kicking in.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's,
Ships?
How many hours do you have in the game?
Oh, I have 1400 right now.
And that's
58 days of
exactly
playtime.
why I heard your brain pump the brakes and you pulled out. You started
Pulled
looking
out
off
the
in the
spyglass.
distance, and the PTSD sank in.
Yeah. I don't want to sail around for a bit. Get out of the wilds. Go look at some nicer sceneries.
Sounds good to me, man.
Yeah, it's... To be honest, I lost my train of thought.
You're good. Your first chest of fortune. Tell me about it.
Well, Foff popped, you heard the horn. Everyone freaks out.
Yep.
Alright, let's figure out where to go here. Reaper 1 doing the fleet. It was a experience of... How do I explain it? It was something new. So before when I was doing the Port of Fortunes,
Yep.
back before their, I guess, nerf you could call it, it was very difficult. Oh, we're gonna make that? Damn straight we are. Of course we're gonna make that. But it was just Foff popped, and I expected it to be like the old one, which was Captain Wave, 1 Skeleton Lord, 2 Skeleton Lords, and then an Ashen Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very long event. But when it went to Captains and then Ashen Lord, I was very confused because I didn't read the patch notes then. It was just very weird. Also, the harpoon change, where it just puts it on your boat,
Yeah.
best change in the game,
Oh
by
my
far.
gosh, dude. You're not lying.
I love that change so much.
That is one thing. I enjoy the fact that I can pick up a single-handed item now and run.
And sprint, yeah. Usually I go to Picker and Palms because that's a pretty nice island, but it got transformed into a skeleton camp.
The devs, dude. Agents of
Let's go to Lone
Chaos.
Cove.
That sounds good.
You gotta love Lone Cove. There's some nice scenery there. See it in the distance. But it was just a race to see who could get to the fall first and complete it.
Yeah.
Because when I first saw the Fates of Fortune sales, hole and everything, ooh, I loved it. It was on my mind. I'm like, dude, I'm not good enough to get that, but I did.
Nice.
I sat here and I learned the ways of the Reaper. And I slowly got there.
What was that experience like?
When I hit the 30 chests of fortune, it felt amazing.
Yeah.
It felt so good because I immediately, this was before the DA sales were nerfed, but I had about 12 million in the bank, and I'm like, I want to go, like I wanted to buy the entire DA ship set all at once.
Yeah.
All 37.5 million gold of the DA ship set.
It will be mine.
And I got 30. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm buying the ship set for the Fates of Fortune, the whole figurehead and sails, and I'm rocking that. I also bought the DA sails, but that's not good. I got them, and I immediately started thinking those cogs turn of how I could turn the top deck into something beautiful. And surprisingly, I settled on merchant stuff with the Golden Sailor cannons.
Okay.
So the merchant set is gold, blue, and I forget, yellow. It's a gold, blue, and like. Oh, my mind. It's hurting. Like gray, I
Okay.
guess you could say. And it works super well with just pretty much the Fates of Fortune colors. Obviously now I'm a bit little upset. The Fates of Fortune fishing rod is going to be the longest grind for the fish. I'm trying to collect every fishing rod.
Yep.
There are only 3 I do not own
Nice.
that you can actually buy. We're not talking events or anything else. Obtainable for every player in the game. I am missing 3. Those are the ones for the infamous Hoarder of Barnacled Gold. I'm sure you know about that one.
Mhm.
Getting stuck. Hoarder Barnacle Gold. I'm currently at around 230 out of 300. You know what? That looks like a good place to sit. Might as well have a good backdrop.
For sure.
Should turn the sails, that's fine. But, I lost my train of thought again, goddammit.
You're talking about the 3 rods.
Oh yeah, so I'm missing, I think, Silent Barnacle, Bristling Barnacle, and then the Fates of Fortune. So, the issue with the Fates of Fortune is you need 150 chests of fortune. You have to max out the commendation to get the fishing rod. I'm only at around 46 because I stopped in season 10. I I did a few Fort of the Damned stacks when they were in the Fort of the Damned. But it was just, I never overly played to get my Chest of Fortune, because I'm like, oh, the cosmetics aren't going to be that good. Because I saw the clothing set, I'm just like, oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the Chest of Fortune is probably number one on my radar right now.
Mhm.
It's going to be in the Fort of the Damned next season, as leaked by, unfortunately, Sea of Thieves themselves. Rare leaked it on their own website. It wasn't even an insider leak this time.
Mixing it up.
Indeed.
So, new cosmetics, season 13. Thoughts?
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really looked at any of them. The only one I know is the Obsidian Bone Crusher, and I think they're pretty cool. Okay, I guess we could talk about the Obsidian Bones for
Okay.
Reapers. For Servants of the Flame. Might as well. So, they recently added cosmetics for the Skeleton Curse. And to get the Seared Obsidian Bones bone color, you have to hit level 500 in Reaper Hourglass, which is the highest requirement at all. That's halfway to Golden Bones. For anyone that doesn't already know, Golden Bones is for level 1000, and you get a title, which is, I think, Lord of the Ashes, which is a very nice title. Same for Athena, you can turn into a Golden Ghost, the legendary blessing of Athena's fortune, and the title for that one is Noble of the Waters, which eventually I'll get to.
Truepixl, Noble of the Waters.
I think Legendary Hunter of the Sea of Thieves fits a bit better. I think I'll keep that one.
I like it, man. I like it.
I do too.
So, looking ahead, what would you like to see in some future seasons?
Honestly, I would like to see us go to Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
We're still on Unreal Engine 4, and it's causing a lot of glitches.
Mhm.
So, here's a fun one. So there's this fish called a wrecker. You can only get them on shipwrecks. Me and my friends caught about 350 of them. That's a lot of fish. This is over like a 5-hour session. That is a lot of fish. And we had a failed server merge. Basically, the other ship in the server with us left. But we stayed. We didn't go to a new server. We stayed in the server. We lost all collision with our boat.
No.
Yeah. So, we went on some, what I like to call rowboat adventures.
Uh-huh.
We swam to Crook's Hollow, and we picked up a cannon rowboat. And we can't interact with the rowboat either. But you can still, like, interact with, like, the oars, where to sit. So I proceeded to get in the rowboat, and what we had to do is we had to shove one dude into the cannon, and the other person onto the cannon. And we had to row around that way to move around. Because we were looking for a harpoon rowboat so that we could go sell our fish. We finally found a harp rowboat. And by the time we got back to our ship, it despawned and everything sank. We lost 350 wreckers that day.
No way.
It was horrid.
That makes me sick just to think about.
Yeah. Here, let's put it this way. If you go into your Hunter's Call accommodations in your pirate log, you go to Wreckers. It's a lot of work to get through there. Wreckers are probably some of the hardest fish to catch. But you could have had all of that done.
Gosh.
The entire accommodation page for Wreckers, which is 210 per page, you could have all of that done. with the amount of fish we had. And we planned on giving it away to 3 people. But that never came to fruition, unfortunately.
Jeez. So you talked a little bit about the blunderbuss earlier before we started recording. What are your thoughts?
I think the change was unnecessary.
Yeah. Why do you think they made the change?
For the harpoon gun coming next season.
Okay.
So I did try the harpoon gun recently on Insiders.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously can't speak anything about it.
Yeah.
Because I am under NDA.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say the change was slightly necessary for it not to one-shot. It would have been very overpowered if they left it how it is.
Okay.
I don't think the knockback was necessary. I think the knockback it already had was plenty.
Yeah.
I think the bullet spread was also too much.
I agree. Yeah, those are the two things that when I was reading the release notes, I was kind of like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. It's just I think when currently I think the current knockback is still a bit much. I think they need to narrow the spread a bit more. Because I could shoot you from this distance and I could hit 360 degrees around you.
Yeah.
Give me your pups. And I think the one shot was unnecessary, but turning it down to 90 damage, I think was, I guess not enough. I would have preferred slightly less damage to like 80 or so, so 10 less, but a narrower spread, so that you could actually hit your shots. I think the change of you can't get blundered off the wheel anymore. So if you're holding onto wheel or something else and you get blundered, you will not take the knockback.
Yeah.
Which is a great change.
So what are your thoughts?
Other than that,
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, other than that, for the blunderbuss, I think it was fine.
Yeah.
I with the introduction of the harp gun, it was definitely needed.
Mm-hmm.
But it made it nigh unplayable Hourglass. If somebody boarded your ship, they could keep you off indefinitely.
Yeah. I hadn't thought
if they knew what they were doing.
A world where there is the harp gun and the blunderbuss pre-buff or pre-nerf.
Yeah. Because they buffed it actually, like recently before they made the changes. They made the spread narrower.
Mm-hmm.
And you were able to. I could probably one-shot you from here with that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And I think that was unnecessary, personally. But now that they've nerfed it hard, they nerfed it hard in this recent patch. It's in a much healthier spot, I think. But it also gives room for like the throwing knives. I've been seeing those a lot more often.
Yeah.
Not many players can utilize them very well, but damn, when they can,
Yeah.
nasty.
Yeah. I notice a lot of content creators who make Sea of Thieves content seem to be rocking the throwing knives. And definitely noticed a big movement, it seems like, towards the throwing knives.
Mm-hmm.
What weapons do you main most of the time?
I used to main Sword Blunder because I'm on an Xbox One. I need that leverage. Now that the Blunder doesn't one-shot anymore, I've gone to using Pistol Sniper.
Okay, cool.
Because as of recently, I ended up getting into a match with my friend, an Hourglass match. He is an amazing player, and he is on PC, and he's like, dude, you're hitting these snipes like more than I am. You're hitting 40% of your shots.
Yeah.
Like swap to sniper. So I did. I do think that comes with my FPS background.
Mm-hmm.
Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 3 for Call of Duty. I also played a bit of Infinite Warfare.
Nice.
And then games like Overwatch where precision is needed, tracking is needed. But I don't really track. I just kind of point and aim. There's a tip for you guys. Just point and
Just
aim.
point and aim.
Don't try to micro adjust because you're just gonna miss more of your shots. People are gonna have more time to roll up on you. Just shoot. Just shoot. Yeah.
So do you have
The
any,
more you try to complicate it, the worse your aim is gonna be.
Yeah. So is there anything you'd like to say in regards to the limited time events within the seasons? And do you enjoy the seasonal approach to the game, or do you miss more permanent content drops? Do you have any opinions?
So I have this opinion. I kind of stand by it, but I've also learned that it is a bit harsh. I was okay with them pushing back season 9, but the disappointment of season 10 for how much they pushed it back was just not okay. It was so much of a build up for guilds, and then they just flopped it. Obviously got better a couple weeks after when they made it a little easier to level up, but I just had such high expectations after this 9-month season that I expected the best, and I shouldn't have. They're working on a completely new system. It's 1,000 new levels. That I do think I judged him harshly. I judged it way too harshly because I was so burnt out of season 9. It was a quality of life update that lasted 9 months. And I'm like, the devs could have done more. Not really. Not really that much. But after this, I do have a better opinion. I like the seasonal approach, but I don't like the deadlines.
Okay.
I would rather they do 2 season years, where they spend 6 months on something that will actually be fun. So a great example of that is Clash of Clans. Huge game. I've been playing it since it released.
Nice.
I'm currently Builder Hall 10, almost maxed out, almost a max Town Hall 15, because I quit for a few years. But they're going from 18-month Town Halls to 12-month. So by the end of this year, they're going to release Town Hall 17.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that they're shortening it. I'd rather they take longer on something better. They also made things too hard for 15 and 16 to support the pro players, but the casual players like me. Yeah, I am above average, but I'm not a good player by any means. Kind of the same with this. I would rather them take longer to release an update if it includes better content and more quality of life improvements. If I can have a better experience but have to wait 3 months longer for an update, I would happily take that any day.
Yeah. So how did you get involved with the Insiders, if you can discuss it?
I can to an extent.
Yeah.
So what you can do is you can go to Sea of Thieves website, Rare's website, and you can go sign up for the Insider program. You then can get either a Steam code or just straight up download it on an Xbox. Steam code will give you the... It's a separate game, separate build, it's a dev build. Where if you play 1 hour a week, it will give you rewards. So I can't really show it to you here, but there's a similar looking set of sails.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the Silverblade set.
Oh.
It's a great looking ship set. You could probably pop up an image
I'll
on the
find
YouTube
one
video.
online.
Yeah. It's a great looking ship set. But it used to be 211 weeks to finish it all. That's 4 years. Recently, they turned it down to a quarter at 66 weeks for everything.
Wow.
I'm glad you brought up Insiders too. So recently, I've been going back and forth with Rare. Oh, lazy beard. Lazy beard. Alright, let's get you an invite back. Yeah.
Inbound.
I've been going back and forth with Rare. So I put in 4 weeks of Insider, so it was 5 weeks per reward. And now it's 1, but I put in 4 weeks back in Season 9 when I was mainly playing. But So since they made a new reward track, I wanted to get that progress back. They said play for 90 minutes. I did that the last 2 weeks, and last Friday, when I hopped back on, or off Insiders and back on this game, I got quintuple the rewards I was supposed to.
Really?
Yeah. So that was my progress that was supposed to be returned to me. It did not do that. So the first report I sent in for week 1, they're like, hey, we will look into this more. The second report I put in, giving them an update on what happened, they practically told me to fuck off and that I didn't do shit.
Really?
Yes. Here I can actually pull up the ticket. But I was very unhappy about this. I don't mind because I am 10 weeks of progress in within 2 weeks. So previous versus new. So I'm not too upset because I'm further than I was either way. But the fact that they don't look into things and they just always assume they're right.
Yeah.
Just really hit me in the wrong way. So this is what they said. No progress has been removed. You have been transferred onto a new reward track. If a reward has not been unlocked, it is because you do not have the required amount of valid playtime in order to unlock it. And this leads me to another point. I played 8 weeks of Insiders back in Season 9, and it only gave me 4.
Wow.
So they've had issues with this for ages. Go check out these ships. See how close they are to us. But I only got half the amount of progress I was supposed to back in Season 9. And I wasn't too upset. I wasn't gonna spam them with reports. I'm not gonna be that guy and abuse the support system. It's whatever. But for this one, I really felt like fighting it.
Well, yeah, you'd been robbed to a degree. I mean, blatantly robbed.
I put in another report. I just told them to close the ticket because I was fed up with it. I'm like, they're not gonna reimburse me. So I will tell them exactly what happened, and just ask them to look into it.
Yeah.
So this is what I wrote to them, trying to be annoyed but respectful.
Yeah.
I received 5 times the regular rewards when I obtained the hull. So there's a bug report for you at the very least. I assumed it glitched out and didn't update my reward track, since it just quintupled my rewards. Feel free to look into that. And then I said, no response is needed. Close the ticket, please, because I was just done with it.
Yeah.
So the first response I got was, hey, we will look into this for you. We'll contact you if we need any more information. The second one was basically telling me, hey, you didn't do jack shit, we're just going to take away those weeks. I personally don't mind, but I felt that was a very shit way to look into it, because they can look into the previous reward track and see, like, I did have 4 weeks.
Yeah.
They can look into that.
Yeah,
But they
logged
refused.
event.
Yeah, it is a logged event on my profile. But they refused to look into it. And honestly, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming the support team, but I do think that they could have done more in my situation to look into it and see why it's not working.
Yeah.
When I was going for another since we're on the Sea of Thieves support and Bilge Rats, there is an entire page called Legends of the Sea. This is going around to every island and collecting the books there. There's little books and just trinkets and shit that you have to look for. This is 98 accommodations. And this is for. Am I wearing it right now? I don't know if I am. I don't think I am. But it gives you a tattoo,
Okay.
which is the Umber tattoo. I was having some trouble with the things on Reapers. Make sure you jump up and run around so you're not getting lazy bearded again. But I went to Reapers and I was having issues. So I contact support. I'm like, hey, I posted a clip to them too, saying, here's the two things that aren't working for me. And they're like, there's no known report like bugs with these accommodations. And my only thought was, bitch, this is the bug report.
Yeah.
So eventually, a little bit down the line, I ended up getting this accommodation, and it gave me the title Chronicler of Legend, which is another one of my favorite titles that I wear.
Nice.
But it's just another one of my PvE accomplishments. Thanks to my friend. She helped me out with everything. She made an entire path for me to follow. Very grateful. But that one is just like Sea of Thieves support. Just they never want to admit when they're wrong, and they don't want to look into things. It's all damage control.
Yeah. Well, hey, hats off to you, man, for, stating your case and deciding I've kind of done what I can do. I'm not going to let this ruin my day, get in my head. So, kudos to you, for sure.
Either way, I'm getting more progress than I was back in Season 9. It takes significantly less time to sit here and do this.
So how did you meet your friend that you
through an LFG.
Really?
Looking for group posts on Xbox, yeah.
Nice.
We were going for... Well, as you can see in the distance there you go. Those shrines,
Yep.
the purple glow.
Yep.
When I was going for my coral curse, I was doing all the shrines, and we were trying to go for something called the Breath of the Sea
Okay.
to finish off, to get the Legend of the Sunken Kingdom title and finish all that off. And that night, we just... I actually ended up getting her the gold curse. She wasn't too far off.
Oh,
But
man.
we went from... Because we did the coral bottles. You have to find a coral message in a bottle, then you have to go to the respective shrine or treasury. And you have to do all that, and it's a drag. It sucks. There's no other way to put it. It just sucks. But we ended up just saying, fuck it, let's go do Tall Tales.
Do you have a favorite tall tale?
I do. I do have a favorite Tall Tale.
Tell me about it.
I have to go look which one it is, because I don't remember. Speaking of Tall Tales, so I have 100%ed every Tall Tale. I have checkpoints 1 through 9, battle checkpoints for the entire Shores of Gold. I can run, so if you don't have Gold Curse, I can run you through the entirety of the Shores of Gold Tall Tales in under 7 hours.
Really?
Yes. It is usually a 100-hour grind, or 50 if you're using checkpoints.
Is that just time and game? Just trial and error?
Kind of.
Okay.
Tall tales for me were the worst.
How so?
When I was going for my gold curse initially. So if we're specifically talking about Shores of Gold here, so Shroudbreaker, Cursed Rogue, Legendary Storyteller, Stars of a Thief, Wild Rose, Art of the Trickster, the Fate of the Morning Star, Revenge of the Morning Star, and of course the Shores of Gold. We can head over to the map table here, and I'll show you the worst of it. So we can zoom all the way out here. So Legendary Storyteller, it starts at Ancient Spire Outpost. Right? The worst path you can get is it will send you up to Lone Cove, which is already a cross-map journey. This is before wind change, so it took like 20 minutes to do this. From this, the worst one you can get is Mermaid's Hideaway. I got pretty lucky, and I ended up getting, I think it was Lagoon of Whispers.
Okay.
Was it? No. I got Old Salt Atoll.
Okay.
That was the one. They look similar. And from here, I've already crossed map 3 times. So this is the furthest island other than Ancient Gold Fortress. Right. From Old Salt Atoll, I had to go all the way to Marauder's Arch, which is up here, to finish my Legendary Storyteller. And then I had to bring it all the way back down to Ancient Spire Outpost. This took about 3 hours. And here's the worst part. When you redo a Tall Tale, it gives you the exact one. At least this is what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure people will correct me if I'm wrong. I had to do that 5 times. It took me 15 hours to get that one done alone. It was the worst. It was the worst.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah. I got the worst thing ever. The rest were pretty okay.
Yeah.
Another one that I struggled on a lot was Art of the Trickster. So pop back over to the map here. And I was helping people a lot with this one because they were having issues. So you start at these 2 islands for Art of the Trickster. Tall Tale starts at Plunder Valley, but there's books on Discovery Ridge, and there's a bunch of other stuff. So you get the books here. So there's a book in the cave right around there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a book up here on this cliff. And then you have to take the keg that you either dig up here or here up to Sailor's Bounty. There is an entire cave system below here. And there's 3 books in the final room.
Wow.
That one I know the best. It's also one of my favorites.
How do you learn all this? Content?
Hours of playing. Hours of
Yeah.
playing. I did everything alone. For my gold curse, it probably took 150 hours.
Wow. So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get the dopamine hit? Does this game give it to you?
It does.
Yeah.
It does give me the dopamine hit. So the rest of the Tall Tales are pretty simple. Maiden Voyage, I just used a guide for that one because I'm not going to figure everything out. I hate the Maiden Voyage after Insiders. Insiders resets you every week. That's not NBA, but it'll reset you every week, and it made me play the Maiden Voyage like 5 times over. I'm like, ugh, this fucking sucks. Monkey Island. We talked about this a bit earlier.
Yeah.
We kind of skipped over it a bit, but Monkey Island, I did all of them on release. For every single one, I was within the first 500 players to complete it 100%. But I have every accommodation for every Monkey Island Tall Tale. But recently, or I don't know if it was recently, but they added new costumes to each tall tale. So while I have the achievement for completing everything about Monkey Island, I do not have check marks
Really?
on my Monkey Island tall tales. They are not done. I have to go through and I have to get a completion on each of them. The Pirate's Life, the Pirates of the Caribbean Tall
I
Tales,
think we're getting run up.
completed those in one sitting. Are we?
Yeah, northeast.
All right.
So be it.
This is the way. Hopefully, I'm locked in. You don't mind just getting us broadside with them? That's all I need. This is good. Alright, what are they? Kraken sales. Gotta lead my shots more. I'm not locked in right now.
You're good, dude.
That one was close, but I think they're running now.
I think so.
Yeah, I think they're just going for Reapers. They have a Reaper chest on board. I don't think they're. And I can take over wheel.
Please
I'd
do.
watch your borders.
I'll default to your experience.
Just scare the shit out of them, pretty much. Yeah, no, they're leaving. they want nothing to do with us. Alright. Let's go to a more peaceful place. Well, peaceful.
It really is a pretty game.
Alright. Just vote that down.
Alright.
We're going where less than 1% of players have ever gone before. Tribute Peak. Alright. That's about all I got for Tall Tales.
Oh, you're good.
They're not too interesting. They're fun. I've completed them. But
So,
They're
I'm going to
not
ask you
all
this
special.
question,
Yep.
but considering you're an insiders, feel free to say, I have no opinion.
Yeah.
But what are things you'd like to see in the future in the game?
In the future?
Yeah.
I know that they're trying to keep the Chest of Fortune to one event. I think the Fort of Fortune always has to have a Chest of Fortune.
Mhm.
That is one opinion that I will take to the grave.
You'll die on that hill.
I will die on that hill. If I have to fight the entire community, don't worry about the Red Sea. We're fine. It scares the shit out of some people. I'll do this. They're like, we're in the Red Sea. We're in the Red Sea. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. No, we're fine. We can go to one of my favorite locations in this game. So if you haven't already been here,
I have
this
not.
is Tribute Peak.
Okay.
This is the Shores of Gold.
Oh, wow.
With the new dive mechanics, it's super nice. So recently there was a change with. Are you aware of what crud launching is?
No.
So crud launching was the act of doing this in a cannon to fire yourself off.
Mhm.
You do this with your fishing rod.
Yeah.
You get in the cannon as you cast it, and it would give you full air control and increased momentum.
Really?
Increased velocity. Yes. So if you've ever seen somebody go in the water and then fucking pop back up on your ship, that's what a crud launch is.
Okay.
And within an hour of that patch, people figured out. Can you start raising sail, please?
Yeah.
People figured out a more powerful crud launch. We're gonna go in this cove here to the right of us.
How high up do you want me to go?
A little lower. Perfect. Alright, once we get in this cove, you can start raising and I'll harp us in.
Right. Just let me know when you're ready.
You can start raising. We should have enough momentum. So recently that broke fishing. So fun
only
fact,
imagine.
you can fish here. You want to just follow me? Hope I can get my cannon on point. Yep, perfect. So we can also do one of the vaults here too. But people love fishing pondies here.
Okay.
You don't need bait, so you can fish up a pondy yourself if you would like. I actually haven't tested this since they patched fishing. But you can stand here, cast in this pond. Theoretically, I should get a pondy. I don't know if I cast it in the right spot. It's a bit iffy. But you used to not be able to cast here.
Really?
It made it impossible. Yeah. They patched crud launching and you couldn't fish here anymore. And people were very upset about that. I don't know. No, there it is. There's a charcoal. Pondies are the easiest fish to catch. The rare one is the bright pondy.
Okay.
So I'd cast where my rod is right now. You get more luck. I think you're a bit too shallow. By the way, I do stream. I'm streaming my fishing journey.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get the accommodations for the creator crew. Creative crew. And I have to have 20 concurrent viewers. So I'm gonna work myself up to that.
I think this is my first time fishing in this game.
Yup. So you want to pull opposite direction as the way they're going.
Okay.
I don't really know how that works fully.
At least on Red Dead Redemption was.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you're on keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
I think it's AS and D.
So pull in the opposite direction.
Yes. So. And then once it tires out. So S for straight back, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
D, yeah. I think you got it now. Then once it tires out, you start reeling in. I think that's a bronze pondy too.
It is.
That is the uncommon variant. The trophy too.
Nice.
Not bad. So trophies are usually you don't want to catch them.
Oh, really?
But yeah, they usually take too long to reel in. You can catch 2 fish in the time that it takes. So here's the North Vault right here. This is the Kraken Vault. I'd recommend you stand up here where I am. Otherwise you will die. Be careful of the hitboxes on these spikes. They will fuck you over.
Man, you know
Alright, I only
this.
hit that once.
I do.
I do.
Can you,
Can you hit that button?
Yeah.
I've done this a few times. This is my least favorite vault too. That's why I know it so well. Those spikes have like really bad lingering hitboxes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
they will kill you
at
at like seconds after.
Are you
Or you can hit that button now. Now the vault's complete.
Wow.
Obviously, we're past this step, but there's 4 vaults on the island: north, west, southeast.
Uh-huh.
I chose north vault because we have to go this way anyways. Back to the ship. Then maybe after this, if you would like, I can take you to go see the gold hoarder.
Yeah, for sure. This is awesome, man.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite locations in the game. Also, running with these fucking pendants. Oh my god, it's so nice. So you see that far rock right there?
Yeah.
That's the east vault, I think. Right?
Okay.
So as you can see, that is the furthest vault from. You can see the ladder right there.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll head over to the east vault. I'll grab the medallion. I'll hop over here, do the north vault, and then I'll drag these medallions all the way here. And imagine walking with these. Imagine having to like sit. Look, this is what I had to do across this entire span.
Yeah.
It was horrid. I've probably done Shores of Gold easily 50 times. So the east vault, I'll give you the combination for it, is 3123.
Okay.
So I almost fucked that up. Pretty much so there's the first pillar on the far left when you enter the vault. You hit that one 3 times, and then second pillar once, twice, 3 times
Okay.
for the other pillars. And then you click the button, and it's done. So you take 4 medallions here. You will then place them into here. This will light up. This door will open.
Okay.
And you'll get a medallion. That medallion leads us to the gold hoarder. By the way, it's like a 30-minute process to get my checkpoint back, but it's a fun boss fight, so I think it'll be worth it. Oh, I don't have a sword to sword launch back to the ship. Let's try to find a safe way down here. You know, Tribute Peaks, pretty good.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite islands.
This is
Absolutely
super cool.
gorgeous. Yeah, this is the biggest island in the game. There you go. That's where we are. So we are well into the shroud.
Yeah.
First try? Question mark? Wrong statue. Okay, well, first try, but not quite. So we want to be in the other statues. So over there,
Mm-hmm.
there's a book. There are 10 books in total. There's 5 above ground, and there's 5 below ground.
Okay.
I actually have to go get a sword here, unfortunately. Unless you have a sword. Do you have a sword?
I do.
Alright, well, I don't expect you to get this first try.
Ooh, I'm bugging.
Miss my shots? Nope. Don't mind my button presses. Quick swapping is not an easy thing to do. I don't want to use claw because it hurts my hand. So I'm sitting here having to micro adjust. Alright, where is it? I think it's here. No, it's not here. Right here. Alright, so you have to get on the edge of this. You have to sword lunge perfectly over to right there.
All right.
So you have to be right about here, and you have to do a perfect sword lunge jump.
So do I
get
jump,
over there.
then sword lunge?
So when you sword, so block with your sword.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you try to sword lunge, you'll notice your movement is increased. You can move around a lot more than if you're just sword lunging.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah. Here, I'll go grab my sword, and I'll show you what it looks like.
All right.
While I'm munching down fish, because I'm losing HP. So, while I'm actually going over here, explain a bit how fishing works.
I'm gonna follow you.
So there's obviously,
Cool,
so
there
there
are
are.
food.
Oh, of course. So there are nighttime variants, there are commons, uncommons, and rares.
Okay.
Nighttimes are obviously wreckers do not count for this, by the way. Wreckers are in a whole thing of their own.
Category.
I'll explain that to you later off the interview because it's a lot to go through. That's about all I got. If there's anything else you want to ask me, feel free.
Oh man, I'm just enjoying playing with you.
Yeah, pretty. I mean, that's how it'd be. So
I seem to remember bananas giving me so much more HP.
I know it's 5 bananas per full health. So if you block with your sword, right, and you sword lunge, look at how much more movement I have.
Oh.
I can straight up strafe, but if I just do this, look. You see how sluggish I was?
Yeah.
So sword lunge, you can barely move. But if you block, then look at how much faster I move.
Ah.
And here's what the jump looks like.
So are you blocking, starting your lunge, walking forward?
Blocking,
jump?
lunge,
Okay.
back, forward. It's a timing thing. But here's what you can do. So you know how it took us pretty long to get back to the ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. You get amazing momentum in the water. So
This is cool.
yeah. It's a pretty well-known mechanic, but it's nice when you can finally learn it because it's just amazing.
Well, I've seen people on Reddit like talking about it and stuff, and on a few
It's
videos.
actually a glitch in the game.
Is it really?
It is. But it's a healthy glitch. It was never intended. But they never removed it because people love it. By the way, I haven't done this jump in a long time, so usually I cannon over there. So expect a fail here.
Oh, I'm for sure gonna fail. Don't sweat it.
Failed the jump. Can I just like walk up this? Because before you had to like go all the way around. Yeah, no, I can't even walk up that. Wait. Nope. You have to go all the way around. That's the sucky part about this jump. Usually people just cannon,
Gotcha.
but I don't want to sit here going back to the ship.
I don't blame you.
It's a little tedious. The harp gun, by the way, makes this so much easier.
Oh, I'm sure. Seems like it was designed for this.
So down here. I'd have to go get the medallion from the boat, but you hit that lever, boom. But basically, you know the sword lunge you just performed?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine having to do it across all of these statues. just to get to this singular book. Right there.
Yeah.
It's a pain.
Sounds like it. But worth it.
But while we're down here, I'm gonna just go grab the medallion so I don't have to grab it later.
Okay.
I don't really know what else to talk about. Pretty much covered everything.
I think so.
Hold up. I got this guy. Hey. Not bad. Just short.
All right, last question.
Yep.
If you could make your own game, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
You can think about it. No rush.
I already have a good idea.
All right, let's hear it.
So there's this game series called Nier.
Mm-hmm.
It is a oh my god, I can sprint with this. Didn't know that. It is a hack and slash RPG story game.
Okay.
It is the main producer is Yoko Taro with the support of Square Enix. Same people that make Kingdom Hearts.
Yep.
Final Fantasy. But it is basically a story of how robots took over the world. It is placed in 11945, which is 10,000 years after 1945. So little irony there. Like the 10th Great Machine War.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're not gonna go the normal way.
Well, hold on, I just died.
Oh,
I fell.
Okay. Take it very, very slowly.
Yeah. Anyway, more about the game. Go ahead.
It's just pretty much a game of humans are gone. They're extinct. So it's just a bunch of I guess robots, androids,
Uh-huh.
as they call them. And the main premise of the game is exploring and figuring out all this stuff. I don't want to spoil it. I really don't. Such a good story.
But there's
the
like a
main
Netflix animated show that kind of reminds me of that.
I think it
Do you know what I'm talking about?
is it called Nier Automata?
No.
No. I was about to say that's the one I'm referencing here.
Okay.
But they did make an adaptation of it. They did make an anime of it. Alright, so this is gonna be great practice for your sword lunge. You ready?
Yeah.
You have to get up here. Because going the normal way takes like 30 minutes and it's a bitch. The sword lunge, jump. Goodbye. Ah, shit. I fucked myself. No. Can I get back in? Oh no. Uh-oh. This is bad. Oh no.
What's
This is
going
really
on?
bad. This is really bad. So I jumped down from the ledge. The only way to get down from here is to drown to death. Goodbye, friend. Now if you look down, I'm
Oh no.
nope. That's a bad thing. But it's a hack and slash RPG.
Okay.
And the main premise is just it is open world, huge massive world, but it's when you first load in, you go from this I guess jet. You go through the tutorial. I'm not gonna spoil that much. But you first land on this like broken down skyscraper, right? And you look over this plain, like this like New York Square. And it's just all broken down. You can see nature retaking what what it once had.
Yeah.
And it's just this atmosphere of it just makes you sit there and think like this is beautiful. And you just think like this is gonna be us in a few thousand years.
Yeah.
And it just gives you this perspective of like just how much or just how nice nature is. And it's just very the atmosphere is just like very calm.
Yeah.
Like as you go through the game, you start realizing all these complex emotions. There are this is gonna sound fucking crazy. There are 26 endings.
What?
So A through Z. There's only 5 normal. Don't worry. There's only 5 normal and a secret, which is ending Y. Not gonna get into that. But pretty much. Oh, you're where I was. And going around. Just walk off the edge behind you.
Oh, I went too far?
Yup. You have to stay on that ledge. You can't get back up. Unfortunately, that's really it happens. Don't worry.
Alright, I'll be back.
Yup. But pretty much a lot of people stop by ending. Very hard ending. Made me tear up a little bit. Ending B is a secondary perspective of ending A. So the main character is 2B, and you're traveling with 9S.
Okay.
And pretty much, you go through this entire story until eventually happens. X happens. And then it ends. Then you pick up the save again. It's only like 9-12 hours when you get to this point. So you're like, damn, I'm already the game.
Yeah.
And it's just like you feel very distraught. And like I paid $40 to $60 for 12 hours. So you start a new save file because you're bored and you enjoyed the game. At least this is how I went off. Because I didn't know there were multiple endings when I went into this game. I'm like, what if I just reboot my main save? And then it sent me into 9S's point of view of everything. Which is ending B. Then there's C, which is another ending. I'm not gonna reveal any of that, but there's ending C. And then D and E are depending on what you do with ending, like after ending C. Depending on what you do, you'll get C or D. And then E is the secret ending. Which I will admit, it was kind of disappointing. And then the other endings are like, do this at this specific point of the map. So like one of them was remove your OS chip, which is the chip that keeps you alive.
Okay.
And that ending is pretty much you're removing the chip that keeps you alive, so it's just death by suicide. So I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna sell everything I have because I need the money for potions. And I sell my OS chip, and I fucking die, and it goes through an ending, and it speedruns the credits, and it's really funny. Like that's how most the endings are. Of like, you abandoned the children. How dare you? And it just ends the game, speedruns the credits.
It's
My dog's moving all around.
Oh, you're
Hard to
good.
jump.
It's crazy that you you mentioned the whole part about like nature taking back, like reclaiming that was stolen from it. One of my good friends, he actually just got back from viewing some Mayan ruins.
Ooh.
And he said the same thing. He was like, you're looking at this thing that's 1,000 years old.
It's euphoric.
Yeah, and it's just covered by vines and vegetation. And he said all he could think about was like, dang, that's what like major cities and towns at some point
you
are
just
gonna
have
look like.
to sit there and just absorb it.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it. It's a very euphoric feeling.
Yeah.
it really puts into perspective how precious life is.
For sure.
And it's a fun thing to think about, because like with me, I love the thought of just going to like abandoned ruins and just watching nature take its course.
Yeah.
I don't know what, like I am an inside person, but I was raised in the country, so I was outside a lot.
Yeah.
I hate the outside though.
Really?
I do. I'm not a outside person. I just not good. A lot of trauma.
I got you.
Just not a fan of the outside. But I love like going fishing IRL.
Yeah.
Like I love fishing. I love going. Like I love the outdoors in general. I just don't like being outside.
You're like, if I could do the whole like fishing and outside thing, but inside, I'm all for it.
And then I'm like, Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, you're like, that's exactly why I played this game.
I heard that No Man's Sky released fishing. Oh, did you fall?
Yeah, I did.
No. You like when you get up there, you have to stay. You want that stun to take place.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that stun takes place, you want to just stay there and you want to inch.
Okay.
I mean, good practice for your sword lunging though.
For sure. So do you
It
play...
is the most useful mechanic.
Yeah. Do you play No Man's Sky?
I do not.
Okay.
I literally just thought about getting into it for the fishing.
Yeah. I have so many people that hit me up from No Man's Sky, and they're like, "Oh, we're going fishing."
Yeah.
Like, I'm here for it. Well, let's see. Die real quick. Get back to you. I'll probably give this one more go, and then I think I might call it a night.
Of course. We don't have to finish the gold hoard, but it is a fun fight.
Oh, I'd love to make it to it if you can. I feel bad.
Oh, we
I've already
definitely
taken
can.
up. Let's see.
I
Almost an
had
hour and
my
a half,
whole night
2
cleared.
hours of your time.
I have my whole night cleared for this. I saw your post on Reddit. I am not a Reddit user in the slide. I'm sure you saw.
Oh,
I just my friend sends me stuff and I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm super thankful and very fortunate
Yeah.
that you were willing to do this, man.
Yeah, like I looked at him like, dude, I would love to share my experience because it's just like I joined when everyone was hyped and then they saw it go downhill and it's just everyone had such bad opinions, including me.
Yeah.
Like there was a time I'm like, this game is so shit, and now I'm just like, they're doing their best.
Yeah.
Because but like, if you Rare is technically an indie company.
Yeah.
They're big name. They're a big name. Don't get me wrong. They made things like Donkey Kong Country, Banjo-Kazooie, but they are very much an indie company.
Do you think being in the insiders gives you that perspective, like to where you kind of understand where they come from with certain things and decisions that they make?
Not really.
No?
Not really. Insiders to me, since I am a commendation grinder.
Mhm.
It feels pointless. I am playing an hour for what? Nothing?
Yeah.
For a cosmetic?
Yeah.
But like, let's be honest. That's what Sea of Thieves players live for, the cosmetics.
Yeah.
By the way, this is a very difficult jump. Don't be putting yourself down. This is a difficult jump. This is not. It's perfect timing.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I failed.
To me, I believe.
You're doing the same thing that I was doing. It is a very difficult jump. For people that understand sword lunging and use swords, of course it's not.
Yeah.
But you have a split second to hit that jump button. So a good thing to learn is just sword dash,
Mm-hmm.
and figure out when you lunge, because that's when you want to jump. There you go. All right, inch. So just inch over here. Yep. There you go.
Wow.
So now you're just gonna walk this beam. Just walk the beam. Walk the wall. You're gonna jump here. I jump to the right rock. Jump up here. And we're here.
Wow.
Yep. I don't know how they haven't patched that yet. Now we're gonna raise this. Or lower the bridge. This is a very long fight. So
I'm here for it.
I don't expect to finish it. Grab these pomegranates out of this barrel. And the mango out of that one.
Alright.
So this is the final scene of Shores of Gold. Go up to him on his throne.
Dude, this is
That is the gold hoarder. He is very tanky, so are the skeletons, so do be careful.
Okay.
Best advice I have, play your life. Because he will regen if we both die.
Okay.
I would recommend a pistol or a sniper.
Okay.
So if you die and you go to the ferry, don't be too ashamed. He does do a lot of damage. But I would grab a sniper or a pistol. Pistol probably is the best because fastest reload.
Okay.
Also, if you come over here, this is one ammo crate. There's two. There's a second ammo crate right here. And if you want to pop over here, there's the third ammo crate.
Okay.
They're all next to barrels, so you should be grabbing food and you're grabbing ammo. Third one's right here. When you do get low health, or when he does do that slam attack that he's been doing that sends away jump, it'll send you further, so you have more time to heal.
Oh, good idea.
If you see a skeleton with a pistol, focus him. Those are the main issues. It's not the blunders, it's not the melees, it's the pistols. Also, your sword launch, if you hit an enemy, it will not stun you, so it is a great way to get your practice in. If you hit your jump button and a directional key while you're blocking with a sword, you will leap in that direction. Just simple sword stuff. That's helpful to know. Pretty cool.
Right.
I see him. Yeah, it's rare that I get to play with a casual nowadays. Because all my friends know what to do.
Yeah.
So when I get someone kind of newbie, it's always fun to show them around the cool stuff. Because like this makes you want to go to Shores of Gold. This is cool. So you want to learn the story pretty much. At least that's what I've heard from other people.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Also, if you go sit in his throne, you get a commendation for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can go do it. I'll distract him. Get a little screenshot. Heck, that'd be a good thumbnail. Me on the gold hoarder throne. How about say I'll sit on the throne, you can get a nice thumbnail.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's
That would be
perfect.
a heck. Let's do that. Me and going into content creation. Interview with Truepixls.
Yep.
Newer gen player. 1400 hours, just me on the throne.
People will hate me. I love it.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I miss this. I miss doing this for people. This is fun.
Who would have thought? You're helping me out and, in a way, helping yourself out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no, I was super excited when I'm like, bro wants to interview? Like, what? Like, I just thought it was a super cool idea. When you said, like, it was stupid, I'm just like, nah, it's actually kind of cool, though.
It was just something that, like, I'll be honest, it started, this is a horrible example, but I met a guy who's
going
a
to come over here,
big
this pineapple.
Elite Dangerous player,
Yeah.
and he basically got, like, completely consumed with the game. And I was like, man, this is, like, honestly a really rad story. Like, a guy, like, he, you know, it didn't, like, do anything bad for him, but he just, like, became completely engulfed in, like, his guild and, you know, the guys that were in his guild and being in game, and he started doing something called being a fuel rat.
Yep.
Where, are you familiar?
I am not.
So, essentially,
Jump. Heal.
Essentially,
There you go.
he'll
You got
just
the hang of it there.
wait around, and people will, like, make a post in Discord, and they're like, hey, I ran out of fuel. And he'll go save them.
Oh. That's pretty
It's like,
cool.
that's sick, dude. And,
That's what I do. That's what I used to do with people. Would be like, does anyone have this Shores of Gold checkpoint? So like Art of the Trickster. Like yeah, I got you, bro. Actually, you're using throwing knives, aren't you?
Yeah.
Actually, that's probably better than a sniper. It's 300 damage in a very, very small amount of time. So, a lot of people ask me why I still sword lunge when daggers exist, because they do the same damage. It's just more fun. Ah, fuck. Alright, play your life. I'm gonna go grab some throwing knives. It's sword lunging is just more fun when you could sit here, go back and forth. So if you hit an enemy, like I said earlier, you don't get the stun of the sword lunge when you land.
Mm-hmm.
I know, Peps. Come here. And it's just, it makes... I mean, when you're sitting here going long distances, running through enemies, because you become slightly intangible when you do that. But when you're sitting here running through the enemy like that, it's very, very nice. It feels good to do.
Sure.
Gotta kill that one with a pistol. Dead. Also, fun fact, you can pick up missed throwing knives
Yeah.
and throw them back. I'll show you a fun little glitch here after. Oh, well, never mind, I just did the glitch. I don't know if you see that. There is a floating throwing knife there. they made it so that throwing knives can stick into people. So I can just cover you in throwing knives and completely block your screen. I forgot how annoying this dude is. What a lot of times people do is they'll go in here solo, and then invite an entire galley crew, and then it scales to a single player difficulty. And they'll just melt the boss in like 5 minutes. I don't find that fun.
Did you play Elden Ring?
I have not, no.
Okay. I was gonna say, that was like the first
I have
game.
played Dark Souls though. 1 through 3.
That was like the first game for me where I figured out like the challenge and the fact that I can't just like walk through bosses is the fun of the game.
So I learned that in Hollow Knight.
Okay. I'll be back.
No worries. I did this fight on Insiders the other day. So. We were just seeing. We were checking out if fishing got patched. Thankfully, I don't have to. I'm not under NDA for that one because it's already in the game. They've already fixed it. They gotta fix the hit reg in this game. Hit registration.
Yeah.
I think it's about time to raise my sense again.
What do you normally play at?
Before I was playing at 10, I had to lower it to 6.5 because I was playing, as I was saying earlier, Fortnite Save the World with lower sense. And I wasn't used to my maxed out 10. So, it was just this awkward point of I can't handle my own scent.
Yeah.
So I had to lower it to 6.5, and it's at 8.5 right now, and I'm outpacing my sensitivity. Obviously, this wouldn't be an issue on PC because back when I had a gaming laptop, I was running a Razer Basilisk, and I was running that at 3600 DPI.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Absolutely. I'd run low sense, high DPI.
Interesting. Just like trial and error. Came to that.
Yep, pretty much. Because like high sense, high DPI didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But with low sense, it's like I have all the control, and with the DPI, since I had a smaller desk area, it was one of those corner desks because I don't have that much space in my house. But how'd that miss him? What?
This guy is pretty tanky.
Yeah, he's the hardest boss in this game, in my opinion. You could theoretically bring down tridents, but it is I'm dead. it takes a lot longer to do that. So we'd have to go the traditional way, and that's like 30 minutes of hell solo. It's like 15 with someone that knows what they're doing. It's gonna suck to get this checkpoint later because I have to go through all the vaults again. But
Sorry if I set you back.
no, you're good. It's not a setback at all. I only use it so if people run to Shores of Gold, I can chase them. Because people do that, unfortunately. Let's get some of these skeletons out of here. Oh, well, there you go. There's a little hitbox issue for you. Just floating throwing knives. Yeah, no, it's not a setback. It's just for fun.
For sure.
I don't mind doing all the vaults again because I have lost a lot of my knowledge on the vaults. And now that I'm kind of getting back into this, I do have to get it back.
So I'm like pretty surprised that you're not more involved on Reddit. Are you more so on Discord? Is that kind of where you interact with others?
Yeah. I'm also, as we explained earlier, I'm primarily a solo.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just not really in me to sit here and talk to people like this. It's a very uncharacteristic of me.
Well, it's been a pleasure so far, man.
Definitely. A lot of players have these opinions that are super harsh for no reason.
So are you just introverted by nature?
Yeah.
Because that's genuinely surprises me. You're like super social. At least, you know, through this experience.
So, yeah, I have autism.
Okay.
I do be on the spectrum. The specific one is Asperger's.
Oh yeah.
And it's the more common one. So I am high functioning, and I'm very secluded, but my amazing mother taught me very well.
Yeah.
And while I have these childish tendencies of shutting down, I'm able to sit here and hold a conversation and just in general just be a half decent human being. Because of that, and I'm very grateful for that, because I was actually able to make some friends. Obviously right now I'm trying not to swear like a sailor.
Oh, dude. Seriously, be yourself.
Yeah. Oh, I am being myself. I'm like in general, like in life, I'm just trying to like cut down on the swearing.
I get it.
Because it is excessive, I will admit.
It's very easy to fall into for sure.
Yeah. I kind of fell into this pit of fuck this, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to. I wouldn't say get it out of my vocabulary, because it's one of those words that's so easy to get stuck in your vocabulary, because you can use it in any sentence.
Yeah.
You can insert fuck anywhere. Oh fuck! I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't hit his lingering hitbox. No. You can see I just got launched all the way across the room.
Yeah.
Now by the time I get back, I am fully healed, ready to go. Let's get him away from these stairs. These stairs are eating throwing knives for breakfast. Sir, I said away from the stairs.
So did you find that gaming, did it help at all with your Asperger's?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, there he goes.
Hell yeah.
Here you go, good sir. His skull. That is 10,000 coins.
Really? Alright. We gotta get a picture.
All right.
Sit in the throne.
Hold up.
All right.
Hold up. We gotta let Ramsey do his little spiel. Actually, you know what? This is even better. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get a screenshot with me. With the backdrop. Nah, Ramsey's fat ass is gonna...
Oh no, I got it. If you go sit there again...
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I should be able to get it. I'll clip it.
A fight to the death and a great big pile of treasure. You'll have quite the tall tale to tell once you make it home.
Oh yeah, that'll be
The
sick.
trouble with being a pirate
Yo.
is that everybody
I figured that, like,
following your
spacey backdrop would be nice.
Crow Marrow, the crew of the Morning Star. Why? I ask you.
So, unfortunately, one of the best
This
cosmetics I can show you here
stranger than any of us.
once we exit.
Okay.
Once we go sell the skull, because 10,000 coins is pretty
New stories to tell.
pretty nice. One of the best clothing sets in the game, the Morning Star stuff, right?
Seek them out.
It's only accessible for the Tall Tale.
Really?
We've seen the last
Yeah, you can't buy it. There's recolored stuff in it.
green leaf.
It is a red and like silverish gray tones, and they look very, very good.
Huh.
For now, I'd leave the treasure be. Its power has claimed the hearts of too many pirates already. That
They do a good
star
job with this
should
game,
be
man.
handy with the Order of
They really do, yeah.
so inclined. Whatever you
This will be the 56th time I've heard this speech from this fuck.
I'm surprised they don't have you up there saying it.
Ready for some other crew to test their mettle.
Yeah, so, with the, you know what the Legend of the Veil is, right?
Yours always
The
Heard
Voyage?
about it, yeah.
pirate legends.
I can recite that word for word.
Can you really?
I've done so many.
Dude, that's sick.
I've done 54 of them to completion out of 100.
How long does it take you?
I can run a singular one in about 20 minutes. I mean, not anymore.
Yeah.
But so you got 8,000 gold for that completion, right?
Yeah.
I got 3,000 because I've only done this. I've already done it. Once you do it once, you only get 3,000. I don't know if we're gonna fuck. I don't know if we're gonna be able to sell the skull. I mean, it'll be a journey, but you'll get to see how the Shroud Breaker works. Fun fact: you can vote down shores. Okay. We might be able to do a little thing here, and I might be able to keep my checkpoint. I fell.
There you are. Oh no, Pixels, where'd you go?
At Lazy Bearded. So when they did the Crud Launcher patch, this was the only place on the shores of Gold that you could fish pondies.
Really?
Yep. I don't know if I can get up there right now, but... Ah, shit. Where are you?
I'm right behind you.
No, I'm talking to the skeleton.
Oh.
Yep. So that little cove that we just dove into, that was the only spot
Dang.
where you could fish pondies on, because it's deep enough water.
Yeah.
So there's the North Pool that I showed you at the North Vault. You caught your first pondy. There's a pool right there. This one's actually swimmable. You could swim in this one, but you couldn't cast in this one. You could swim in here, but you couldn't cast.
Okay.
Where's it? There's a spot. Yep, there it is. Yep. You be swimming.
Let's see.
And you could not cast here. So this is what was happening every single time. What the fuck? Okay, they made it better.
They're listening.
They're listening, yes. I think up here there's another pond. This is the treacherous plunder pond. Where is it? Yeah, right here. This is the treacherous plunder pond.
Okay.
They broke this. People were so mad. So I'll just cast here, and you can see what I mean. So treacherous plunder is only able to be caught in shallow water. You have to get 50 of it for legendary hunter. But if you look, the water's too shallow to catch a fish. You can catch a fish here. It's just really fucking difficult.
Yeah.
But if you want, you see,
Yeah.
the pondy disappeared. So the only thing that can show up in your line is plunder.
Interesting.
The things you don't want are a plank. You can get a plank of wood. Yeah, plank of wood and an ashen key. If you get either of those, it's just sad.
Wild.
Oh no. Class 40 and Tall Tales completed. How much is that? Yeah, I am broke right now. I'm at a meager 3.5 million.
Let's go sell this skull.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute.
No worries. Where is this? Is it in Rogue? Voyager. That's super unfortunate. Come here, dude. It did not. I guess. Okay, that makes sense. Man, milestones are all sorts of fucked up today.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good, no worries.
So my had to go get dinner going, but
Fair. I gotta do that. I'm hungry.
my wife's actually a counselor who works with kids who have autism and dyslexia.
Oh, that's
and things
awesome.
like that. Yeah. So if it's okay with you, I'd love to tell her about your experience.
Of
and your
course,
passions and
of
stuff.
course.
So you said gaming helped you as a child?
Yeah, definitely.
What about it? Was it just like something you could sink your teeth in?
I guess you could say that. It was a way to distract me
Yeah.
from everything else going on. An escape. That's the best way to put it. An escape.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I've met so many people who, like, gaming is like we kind of said earlier, it's essentially therapy. It's just like, it's either how they relax when they get home from work, or it's like an escape from reality, or, you know, whatever it may be.
For me, it's definitely an escape from reality.
It's cool how it, like, I don't know. It's just really interesting how positively it can affect people's lives. There are, like, negative aspects to it, but that's life.
Yeah.
That's everything. Need me to do anything, just shout at me.
Nah, you're good. I'm so used to soloing that I'm kind of just mindlessly doing everything right now. It's crazy how you can go and just do this stuff like what I'm doing so flawlessly.
Yeah.
It's like there's no thought going into anything I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it.
Second nature.
Oh, you're gonna like this. So this morning, so there's supposed to be a shanty you get when you get the skeleton curse, right?
Uh-huh.
It's just a slowed down we shall sail together.
Okay.
It's kind of lazy, if I'm being honest. I didn't have the shanty, it didn't give it to me, and honestly I don't feel like bothering. It's a shit shanty. I'm not gonna bother getting it. But it's just this slowed down. I mean, if we didn't get the picture on the throne, a screenshot of that, I would have just done this. It's a little ugly, but there's built-in emotes with these curses. And I just create my own.
I'll do it myself.
I will make my own. So this is. Oh, here you go. I can give you a bit more insight on. I'll just send you some screenshots. Or a screenshot.
Yeah, man. Send me, if there's anything you want in here that you can provide, send it to me.
Of course, I think I own all but one curse in the game. And that is the Emporium one. So I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. I'm not about to spend $5 on that shit.
I don't blame you.
It's a mid curse anyways. You can compare. What is it? So this is back when I caught. This is at the start of my fishing journey. So very, very, very precious moment for me. There it is. This is back when I was still PvPing. This was my first. Yeah. This is my first ever fish I caught. But if you look at my PvP fit compared to what I wear now, let me take off the ghost curse. So I'm not. You can actually see the details. But you can see how my pirate has evolved after maturing a little.
Yeah.
Going from hard PvP to now.
Yeah. It's awesome, dude. I love it. Well, hey, Pixels, I think I'm gonna hop off, man.
No worries.
I appreciate it, dude.
You can
I
get
had a
this,
blast. This was awesome.
Yeah, if you ever want to play or anything,
Yeah,
like
man.
you said, you can feel free to message me. I would love to play with you again.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll try to get something going maybe this weekend.
We're almost to galleons.
Okay, should I sit tight, you
So you
think?
could sell the skill. Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we didn't have wind, so we couldn't get out as fast as I
Oh,
wanted.
dude, don't sweat it.
Usually you have
less
wind
about the
coming out
gold.
of here.
This experience was far better than some in-game gold.
Definitely.
I've had a blast.
It does feel good.
Give me one moment.
No worries.
Sorry about that.
No worries, man. No worries. So many choices. What do I pick?
So how often are you on? Pretty much every day?
Usually, yeah. After work.
Yeah.
Just kind of my escape.
What do you do, if you don't mind me asking?
It's like so I work at a store called Menards.
Okay.
It's like Home Depot
Cool.
and Lowe's.
Nice.
Nothing much.
Do you
The
like it?
only important I do
Yeah.
because it's since it's such a big store. This is gonna sound pretty funny to you, but I sleep on the job because I can just go find these little hiding spots. What color is that?
You have to get that, don't you?
What color is that? What color is that? Is that white?
Yeah.
Wait, is that? No, it's not.
No.
Oh, no, dude.
I know.
Dude,
I know what you were
that
thinking.
scared the shit out of me. That scared the shit out of me. I'm like, no, this is perfect for you. Holy shit. This is scripted. Dude, my heart's. Oh my god. I'm like pink, like white. What?
I thought it was white too.
That scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. You probably fucking heard my heart drop.
Yeah. That was
my god.
exactly like what happened when you started scoping out the ship on the horizon earlier. Just like all stop. What is that?
Oh my heart is beating so fast. Oh, that would have been an scrap the throne. Get the shrouded ghost in there. Oh my, dude, that actually. I'm like, dude, that's white. Oh, I just had a heart attack. Oh my god.
I just died. I literally just died.
Yeah. Have you ever meg surfed?
Yeah. It was like one of the first things me and my friends did. We saw like a, I don't know if it was a TikTok or an Instagram video or something. My friend was like, get on the game. We have to do this. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get on.
Oh, I missed it. That's fine. Oh, my heart absolutely just died. That looked so white from where it was. I'm like, no shot, we just got shrouded. No shot.
Just icing on the cake,
So
man.
there's a group trying to figure out how to. They think that you can force summon. Oh, so now wind changes in our favor, or it's out of favor actually. So here's a great example. You see how wind is going slightly left?
Yeah. You have to catch it.
If you see that, I can barely catch it. But this is faster.
Okay.
Doing this is faster. So see how fast we're going right now?
Yeah.
Ready? I don't know if you can see the difference, but we are going much slower. Alright, so we're gonna turn this into the Order of Souls. You can raise now.
I'll let you do the honors, man. You let this...
Nope. I've sold so many of these. All you. There's one point where I stacked this thing 10 times. 100k gold, just like that.
You're like, whatever, I play a little bit.
You're gonna go sell it to these guys on the purple tent. So you cannot get emissary bonus on this.
Okay.
It will always be locked to 10,000 gold.
Okay. Good to know. Well, Truepixls, do you have any parting words?
Not really, no.
All right, man. Well, hey, I sincerely appreciate it.
Just gotta stay
disguised.
disguised. Be sneaky.
Just duck.
And eat
And eat banana cake.
There you go. I appreciate it, man. This was the most fun I've
Of
had
course.
gaming in a long
Yeah.
time. I'd love to do it again. I'll reach out this
I
weekend. We'll
would
get
too.
something together.
Good shit.
Awesome. Thanks, man. I
Enjoy
appreciate
your
it.
night,
Stay safe.
Peace out.
Yeah. Have a good rest of your week, brother.
Game over.